stepped on the brakes, and while I was driving, the floor pan went down, and I went with it. It's pretty cool.
Still jamming out to the music.
Just Google offensive T-shirts. There you go.
I was a skinny little punk kid that wasn't having too much luck with the ladies. So.
I need to drink now, you guys. Oh my God.
We had grown up watching Luis Santiago. How can we not? How can we not want to be on TV? How are you talking about?
I'm still jamming out to the music.
I am not going to ask about the hat.
We're already in the dumpster. We're what, 4 minutes in?
I think it was a 93 Toyota Corolla. Back when that was my first car when I was 14 years old. I didn't even have a license.
Really?
No lie, maybe 6 months later, I had the whole suspension, motor.
What's your worst TV experience doing Garage Cut?
Do you want me to just come back next week and do another podcast? We ain't got time.
The Puerto Rican guy with a 68 Charger, come on.
I'm just saying. Awesome.
If you've never heard of LaGrange, ZZ Top did a song about LaGrange. So
That's the reason why I know it.
That's right.
I'm not going to worry about it. I know it's in Texas.
So, when you pull into town, the sign says they got a lot of nice girls.
Still jamming out to the music.
Next week, we've got a best of show, and it's Shag. You know, guy with a goatee, glasses, hair slicked back. Why is my green screen acting all weird? But anyway, tonight is more important because we've got Ben Tucker, Camaro Central. Or should I just say Bitchin' Camaro Central? Because really, that's what it should be named. I'm just saying. That's what I got going on, you know. You guys can catch us on Spotify, Google, Apple, YouTube, and Facebook. Facebook don't pay, so don't go there. Go straight to YouTube or Spotify. They pay too. So after we're going to have John come in. We're going to hang out, talk real quick, and then we're going to bring in Ben. Let's make it happen, Ken.
So did you guys know that AMSOIL is the corporate entity, and then they have independent dealers who sell their products? So here's the thing. We called up Nick at syntheticadvantage.com, and we said, Nick, we're doing a sticky green love machine, and we don't want it to be so sticky. And he said, guys, I got you. And here's our oil, right? So we've got all the fluids we need to get the sticky green love machine not so sticky. Check them out, syntheticadvantage.com. Tell Nick Lou sent you. Yeah. Guys, I misspoke. I showed you ATF. That's fantastic. It's fine. But they also send essential soil. Synthetic Advantage. Yeah, that's right, Nick.
Hey.
Yo.
You can hear me? Love the hat. Hold on.
Billy. It's about Billy Jack.
Hold on, Billy Jack. Hold on.
There you go. You need a cigar. You need to get the 64 and Pal out, bro.
Dude, I got this when we were in Nolans. We went when we went to Gulfport. Oh, but I got this one. This one, I had to get it. Because it just reminds me of. You'll probably figure it out when you see it. Hold on.
You need a new chair.
I know. My chair's shot. That's that rich Corinthian.
Oh, look at this.
Dude.
That's good for Bourbon Street.
Woo, baby. You know what this hat reminds me of? Remember in Bugs Bunny, the hat, that, you know, that old Georgia boy.
You should own a plantation. You should own a plantation.
Someone's going to call me a racist now. But
I got my shit.
Man.
I figured we got Ben on. There may be some kung fu kicking cowboy shit going on, especially if he's drinking whiskey.
Ben's a hippie, so you don't know what's
That's what I'm saying. The hippie. You remember Billy Jack was hanging out with the hippies. Remember?
Yep, I remember. I had to get this hat, man, and it's a nice hat. It's really well made. It was made by Latin Hands, so they must be Cubans. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so I had to get it. I'm gonna put it there. Oh, you know what? Before we run and get Ben, I found it, and I forgot to show you. I found it.
What do you got? Oh, you got the book.
Yeah, man.
Hold it up. Hold it back a little bit so you can see the whole thing. You only see the top half. Go back further. Yeah. Bring it up because Brian said we may go to his house.
And
well, you're up here.
And hold on. It gets better.
Did he sign it?
But wait, there's more.
Did he sign it?
Yes, he signed it.
Yeah. How cool is that? That's really nice.
Yeah.
It's
I got
cool
it when I
him
was
on the
in
show.
muscle car. That's when I got it.
Yeah, you were saying you got to dig up that. Call somebody and get that footage.
Yeah. I don't think they'd let us get it, but I can ask.
Yeah,
I don't remember what show it is. They'll probably say no.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's simple, you know.
Yeah.
Tom Campbell says his Wednesday is complete. Rock on.
We got Bruce, Vince, Barbara, Albert, Bill, Randall's on, Rick, Tom. They've all commented. I can't see who actually is watching. I can only see who's commented on it. So
yeah.
Hey, Lou, we were talking the other day. I wanted to run something past you again while we're here.
What?
Maybe get some feedback from the audience. You think changing the format, shortening the intro, one, so we bring the guest out sooner, and then after the guest is run, then we do the news at the end, like a post show. I was actually thinking if we could get a girl to do the news to tell us what's happening, we could comment on it. Automotive wise. I'm not talking everyday news. I'm talking automotive.
Could we get like Mexican weather girl, news girl? I mean, if we, if we do that, we got to put her up front so we can get.
We go in the back. We'll be in the back.
Exactly. So we can all get paid.
I don't know. What do people think?
I mean, that might bring in some money. I mean, the bottom line,
Yeah. The news at the end, ratings or what?
And she won't have, and she can speak Spanish. It wouldn't matter.
No, we wouldn't care. She could
we
do
put her
both
up
English
front, let her
and Spanish.
speak car news.
There
She
you
can
go.
pre-record it.
There you go.
She can wear whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Pre-record it, bam, and we just drop it in.
You're coming out for Carlisle on the 20th? You still good for that?
I'm planning on being there. I already
Hopefully
got a
it
yard
doesn't
pass
rain.
and everything. I got a yard pass and everything, so
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't
Dude,
rain.
I might have another job.
Where at? What are you looking at?
Auto shop teacher at a high school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'll know more in the next couple days. I'll know for sure by what's going on by next Wednesday to let you know.
Come on, man.
To let everybody.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Biden's back.
There's Nick's on board. There's Nick.
Yep.
So
what else you
also
got?
too, do you think we should bring back phone calls in May because we got some heavies coming up in May?
Yeah, we got Chip. I mean, we got Chip. We got Bill Goldberg. We got
Rawlings.
Finnegan's coming back.
Finnegan's April 19th. He's coming up soon.
Rollins is coming back. Hey, we're still We saw. Oh, whoa! Look at that! Holy
Yeah.
crap! Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, we're big time now. Got a stamp on top of a stamp up top.
Damn it, man! That means it is double approved. Da-da-da.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple, Google, YouTube, Facebook. Spotify, I think, is best because you know what I like about Spotify? If you shut it off, when you go to get back on it, it asks you if you want to pick up where you left off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you're taking a train, you're driving to work, you jump in your car, it'll play. When you get there, you shut it off. When you get back in, you start it back up.
Right, I got you.
So I think that's
cool.
Yeah.
I think my cat's outside. I think the fat guy's outside. I hear him meowing. He ain't in here, and he's not beating on the door. God.
But that's all I got. I got the sticky green the Impala fenders in primer. I was sanding down the polyester today. What a pain in the ass that is, man. I was covered head to toe in white powder. The driver's side there, that line ain't straight. I'm having trouble with it. I sanded it.
Yeah. See, yeah. I can't help you with that.
I think I got it figured out. I ran some tape down it. I think I'm going to have it, but I was hoping to have it in final red oxide primer today, but it didn't have time.
Yeah.
I filled all the holes. Then I got a Lady SS molding on top. So that line's got to be straight because that SS molding runs right above it, about 3/4 of an inch. So
bring Ben on. I got to find this damn cat. I'll be right back. Bring Ben.
All right. Let's bring out Ben. Find the cat.
Keep annoying me.
What up?
Yo, he's got his cowboy.
You had a hat on and you took it off me.
Oh, I got my Cheech one. I got my Cheech one now.
Oh, dude. Now you're talking.
All right.
Looking good.
Yeah. Ben, what's happening?
Man,
what's going on with you? Where are you? First of all, where are you at? You at work?
I'm at work, man. I got here at 5:30 this morning. Still here to hang out with you.
Wow.
Hanging out in the showroom. I'm at the sales counter behind the camera here would be the dude helping me. They're not here right now. So
yeah.
We're taking a
Talk to us about explain what's behind you. What do you got going on there? And what are you covering parts on?
Man. We've got we got some Trans Am's, got like a 71 blue car up there, 72 Nova. Behind that Nova is a 70. Man, I'm gonna walk it over there because I can. Like, we got some nice cars.
Yeah.
2-lane blacktop, 55 kind of recreation, really done by the guy that built the cars for the 2-lane blacktop movie. That's our owner's dad's car, had it forever. It's a nice piece, man. This thing we just picked up. Check out those ghost flames. I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah. I can see. Yeah, you got to look for them, but yeah, I can see them.
That car is cool, man. I mean, look at the stance, dude. It's like taking off, and it just sitting still. This car here is a cool car. Like this car, our owner Sean Green has bought it, sold it, bought it back, sold it. Right now, I think it's not ours, but I think it's having seller's remiss. Maybe he'll buy it back, but it's a cool piece, man. We've got that's.
You better not sell it to me because he won't get it back.
Oh, dude. This car is phenomenal. Like, literally.
Is that sticker automatic? What's it got? 400 in it? 455?
It's got a rock crusher transmission in it, 4-speed.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, it's the real deal. It's a fun car.
Is it a 455?
Is a real 69 Ram Air 4,
Damn it, man.
Big dollar car.
Right.
One of our mechanics, one of the guys that the reason we're here today, started it back in the 80s. That's his car. I've got that brown Berlinetta, baby. Gold wheels, that 79.
Yeah.
Got a 69 RSSS. You got the Firebird there is really good. It's like a time capsule. Nothing's ever taken off it. We use it for R&D basically. Then we got a Shell, a 70, I think that's the 1970 big block automatic with air. It was loaded, but we did all body work. It's really just a Shell now. It's cool, man. We got a lot of cool pieces. Chevelles, if y'all are into them, that's a nice, 66 Chevelle. 66. It's a good car.
Yeah.
Got all kinds of fun going on at Camaro Central here.
Damn it, man.
Damn it, Jim. I'm not a doctor.
That's pretty cool. That's some nice stuff. So, you guys, what do you cover? You cover everything in that garage. You got parts for everything?
We do. So we do basically all years Camaro, all years Firebird, but we only do 66 through 72 Chevelle, and then 68 through 72 Nova, because it crosses over a lot of the Camaro parts. I don't know with the early stuff. We got enough headaches. So we do good with what we got.
Cool.
Ben, what's your thoughts on, they just announced, or I just heard it, Camaro's going away in 24, 25?
Yeah, 24. Into 24.
You think that's true? You think they're
yeah, I mean, they discontinue the Camaro, they take a couple of years off, they bring it back.
Yeah.
I think it's great. For us, people start talking about the Camaro again. So no bad publicity about talking about a Camaro, either bringing it back or discontinuing it. We got parts of that 6th gen. We got parts of the 5th gen, 4th, 3rd.
Right.
Butter really is a 1st and 2nd gen, but now we're into it pretty heavy on the 3rd gen and 4th gen cars. Those cars are made to be customized. So we're pumped up on it. Randall's getting in here. I got to talk about the Armo mixer.
On Thursday. What? Yeah, we're coming up for that.
Are you sure? Lou's not 100% sure. I think he's going to flake on us.
I don't want to flake on you. I got a yard pass.
Well, then you're in.
So we should be good.
Yeah, you see how Lou is? Lou gets a yard pass. Doesn't get me shit, no permit, no nothing. His mother, father. I'll tell you what. I got to pay retail. Lou goes, I'm coming in.
He's a superstar.
What a pal. What a pal. I'll tell you, what a pal.
That's because my wife doesn't like me.
You gotta go.
Get you out of the house. She got plans. She's making calls for the 20th.
Exactly. She don't want to.
Lou's running loose. Bruce is going to be up there.
Well, hey, everybody, come by the Armo Mixer. It's right behind the grand stage. The food court. They got a big stage there.
Right.
We got a huge tent set up right behind. I think it's Thursday night or Wednesday night. I believe it's Thursday. Randall's going to chime in and save me here, but it's a good time, man. We got free food. We got free beer. It's a bunch of Armo people talking about, what's going on in the industry. Every year it's been growing. It's a good time. You guys would really be the star of the show. I'd love to see that.
Yeah. That's cool.
Let's get
the star of the show.
I saw too, they also were talking about bringing the Camaro back as an SUV like they did Mustang.
Yeah.
What?
Do you like that? It would. Come on.
No.
It's a 2-door, at least. I mean, it's probably pretty quick. Put LT4 in it.
It's electric.
They need. You know what? I don't know why they keep taking it away. Just because it comes back and makes them a little bit more money. There's Camaro guys that run out and buy them all the time. So why do they keep taking them away? Just make the car cool like it used to be and be done with it. I'm not even a Camaro guy, and I'm saying this.
Yeah,
that's it though. GM marketing is a little off these days. So
they're idiots.
They're a little different than they were back in the 60s and 70s when they were killing it. Firebird marketing back in the 70s. You can't get no better.
Exactly.
That stuff.
Yeah. But it goes back to what we've said before on the show. The love affair with the car is gone. You know what I mean? It's automobiles in general are utilitarian now. If they all look the same. Look at the only thing that you can tell them apart is the logos. That it's just that simple. So people they don't care about it. The guys who still love those cars, like Camaros, Corvettes, and those guys and Challengers, those guys love the car. They're not getting it for any other reason.
You're right. You're right, man. The Camaro still has a pretty good following, though. Those guys.
It does, but I mean,
they got it.
The reason being, it still has a name. Everything else has digits. Like the Cadillac's a CTS-V now. It's not a Coupe de Ville. It's not a Fleetwood. It doesn't have a name. Everything's digits. RS7, RS8.
Or the Volt. The
Volt.
The Volts, those are cool cars.
No, they're not.
No,
they're not. Stop. Just stop. Just stop right there. Look, we know you're an old hippie from way back living in a van. Just stop. No.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Yo, Ben, you look like you smoked a little there. I'm just saying.
New Orleans, 1995. Now that is in Sequoia National Forest, man. Like,
hold on.
Look at it. You told these ladies coming up, we're going to have a 70s party. And a dude that was working in Sequoia National Forest had those digs. He let us borrow those clothes. It was great, man. So,
had the clothes.
We bought some dude that worked at the restaurant.
That looks like it's from the 70s. It don't look like it's from the 90s. Is this Kentucky? Because that would explain it. Is that Kentucky?
I mean, we're just a couple decades late. It's okay.
Ben, you had really nice hair. How old are you here?
I was probably 19 years old.
Yeah, you got youth.
I had
youth. Yeah, I know it sucks getting old. You know? Who's in the background?
That's a bus, man. We had that in high school. Me and my buddy Joey. He's on tonight. What up, Joey? We got this bus. We went in together on. I think we bought it for like $600-700. That's the day after graduation. We piled up everything we owned, and we're like, man, we're gonna go to Montana and snowboard. Bozeman, Montana is where we ended up. It didn't really work out because like you didn't have cell phones back in the day, and you had to get a job. So there's an Albertson. I definitely remember this, like Albertson's, big grocery store.
Yeah.
Go in, we apply, get applications. What's your address? 69 bus in your parking lot. What's your phone number? Just knock on the door on the parking lot.
We'll be in the parking lot.
Oh, it was good, man. It didn't work out at all. Like we tried for, I think it was about 2 weeks, made it all the way out there. That bus, though, it didn't have interior lights, a speedometer. You knew you weren't speeding. It's a
it's true.
Like
55 top speed.
Oh, tops, man.
And that was shaking.
We brought everything we owned. I think we had like a TV in the back, camping stoves, 4 snowboards, bikes. It was crazy, man. Like we went and the hamburger.
Listen, you take a little bit of color out of this. This could be 1974. That's what I'm saying. You're talking 90s. It just doesn't jive.
That's how we grew up, man. We're a couple decades late.
Yeah. That's why I got the Billy Jack hat, because it reminded me of Billy Jack.
Dude, I ran to my office when y'all put those hats on, and it's not close to where I'm at. I was like,
Did you see the other hat?
Dude, I've seen a couple hats. I saw the Cheech and Chong hat, John put on earlier.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fedora.
This is another one I picked up.
He's a brain doctor. He loves fedoras. It's like, man, I can't wear a fedora. Maybe.
Yeah, see, Lou's doing this because he gets to write this shit off of its own camera.
He's got a whole rack of them, man.
I got some really nice hats. I like hats.
I can tell.
I just, I'm always in work clothes, so I don't wear them very often. But I've got some really nice felt ones and a couple of like 3 straw ones now. Dude, I like hats.
That hat right there, it looks good, man. Seriously.
This is the one, this is the one from Bugs Bunny, that Georgia boy. I know his name, and you know what I'm talking about, that Georgia boy.
Bates. Yeah, Randall Bates.
That's who it is. Randall Bates. Yeah, that's right. Not Master Bates, but
we're getting flagged. We're getting flagged. YouTube's throwing us off. The only thing is they transcribe it, but they can't get the lingo down in the purpose. Seems all legit on there. Ben, talk to us about the history of Camaro Central, how it started, how you got involved. I'd like to hear the 0 to 100 story.
Man, Camaro Central.
It always amazes me.
Story. It literally was started for the need to build a 67 Chevelle. Mike Green.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. It was started because you wanted to build a 69 Chevelle.
Nope. 67.
67.
So Mike G, John Green's dad. Oh man, dude, why don't people wear shorts like that anymore? I mean,
two at a time back then. 2 at a time. You know what I'm saying? I was pushing them off.
Dude, you look good, John.
Me and Magnum PI. What's his name? Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
Oh goodness.
Where were we, Ben? 67.
67 Chevelle back in the 80s. Sean Green is our owner here at Camaro Central, Firebird Central, and Muscle Car Central. His dad, his first car was a 66 Chevelle. Got it back in the day, in the 70s. He acquired another car, 67 Chevelle. It needed some parts. You couldn't buy parts in the early days. GM had it. You might be able to get it, or you'd have to go to a swap meet.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Wright, the dude that owns that 69 Trans Am, he's like, hey, Mike, man, let's go swap meet. We can find you the parts you need for your car. These dudes hit car shows up and down the East Coast. They nailed it in the 80s. The problem was they would come home with way more parts than they needed for their car. Dude, Mike Green was the man. So he really had all these extra parts and started a business called Mike's Restoration. Started selling, all the used parts. Would go get, swap meet spots at Charlotte, Carlisle. The one they talk about, the Street Dream show in Iowa or whatever it is. I never went to that one. They went to some really cool show. I think it was in Iowa. I keep hearing stories about it. These dudes had all these swap meets and would, sell all these parts, and they just acquired them over the years.
Wow.
Mike had 2 kids, Sean and his sister Megan. So Mike was like, man, I've got to get a job. So he went to work at a Dixie Cup, or I think it's called Dixie Cup, make all the paper cups. And he was third shift for 30 years. Jimmy Wright worked third shift there for 36 years.
Damn.
So they were doing these car shows part-time, going to work at Dixie Cup, their full-time job to, take care of their families and kids. Sean, who I went to high school with, took it over basically in 1993 when we graduated.
Yeah.
And Sean had more of a vision of, okay, man, I want to have a brick and mortar store. So he got him a U-Locker kind of store, and started out with just him, Jimmy, and Mike, doing the new parts and also all the car shows. They hit it hard for years. They would come out to the SEMA show when I was living out in Vegas, and Sean would hang out at our apartment we had. It's fantastic, really. It is for the need of parts is why we started.
Yeah.
Right.
At this point, though, Sean and his dad bought out a small restoration shop to basically get accounts with PUI, soft seal, where we could sell, interior weather stripping. I think they already had some deals worked in with Goodmark back in the day where you could sell sheet metal. I came in after 9/11 happened. I was building houses out there in Las Vegas. I was out there 3 years, 4 years. You're out in Las Vegas when 9/11 happened. Dude, everything shut down. I was driving on Nellis Boulevard. My shop at that time was Quality Woodworks. I worked for Pratt Development for a few years, and I went off on my own. But Quality Woodworks was on Nellis. I'm driving out at like 5:30 in the morning to go pick up all the hardware to do a trim cover, to put all these locks and cold paper holders, medicine cabinets in these big houses. There's Black Hawk helicopters in the middle of the street. I don't even know what's going on. It's 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, Vegas time, I'm like, dude, I can't even get to work. We don't have cell phones. I turn around, drive back to my apartment. My roommate at the time, has got the news on. Dude, something's happening. I'm like, as soon as I get in, though, I remember it vividly. I get in, he's like, look at the news. that second plane just smashed into the
World Trade Tower. Yeah.
Everything changed though, honestly, for me at that point. I was like, dude, I don't want to be out here in Las Vegas. My family's all back in Kentucky. And I finished my jobs out there in Vegas. Had a couple gigs I had to finish. It took me about 2 months. I already had a house picked out with another roommate. I just was paying him to maintain the house until I could get back. Got back in Kentucky. Sean Green's like, hey, I heard you're building houses, man. I need an office. So like, I didn't know what he's doing. Like I go over, he's like, he's got a shop selling Camaro parts. I have no idea about selling Camaro parts. So like I go get some 2x4s. I frame them up a couple of walls in my yard, put them on top of my Jeep Cherokee. I drive over to his shop, build him an office, drywall it. He's like, hey, that phone's ringing. Care to answer it? Dude. And it just went off from there. Like I loved it, honestly. And like Sean Green is the nicest guy, one of my best friends. We were acquaintances in high school. We weren't super good friends, but after that time, he's one of my best friends and nice guy. And here we are. I mean, it was just me, Sean, his dad, and Jimmy Wright doing this. And it took a lot of us, our network of friends. I had a buddy that did websites. We had buddies that did catalogs.
Yeah.
From 2001 to about 2006, we put out a couple of catalogs, got a website, took that website in 2006 and added e-commerce. And it went from 4 employees, 12, now in 2023, we've got over 30 employees. So wow, it's been a great ride. I mean, that's a family things. It's a family-owned business. So that's us taking all of our crew, their families, their kids out to Kings Island. We want to keep it this way. We want to keep having more fun. Everybody works too hard these days. The world's falling apart. I mean, we had an employee meeting today, and Sean's like, hey man, I just want to take a minute, everybody, with a silence of just thinking about America and what everybody's going through. So we sat there, my mind went to, man, I heard 135 school shootings already, and it's not even April. The world's falling apart, man. So we want to keep it good. If you got a problem, I want you to be able to talk to me, talk to anybody. We've got Nathan Miller, our production manager, is killing it. Matt Haas has been here since, he's been with us 20 years as our customer service, killing it. We've got some old time dudes, absolutely killing it. The group of people up here, I've been on the, Armo's the restoration side at SEMA, on their council, volunteering for over a decade. It's all about your network of friends and people you meet. And, there's going to be some bad ones, there'll be some good ones. But man, it keeps getting better if you put yourself out there and let good people in and try to take away the bad. So
very cool.
Ben, back up for a second, because you were talking Pratt in Vegas.
Yeah, dude.
That's Pratt. That's the same Pratt that used to buy all the cars at Barrett Jackson.
Great company to work for. I worked for him for 3 years. Killer dude. We did a safety meeting. I should have sent you that picture, man. I had a hard hat. And I did all the door stoppers, like the little springs with the rubber on the end when you shut your door. I put them through my hard hat, and it was like spiked everywhere. I got in all kinds of trouble, but it was in one of their employee photos. Like, oh yeah, dude, we're still living the dream. That's last year.
What's going on in this picture? Talk about. It's obviously Vegas.
All right, so you said you're going to come to Vegas for your 100th episode.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the plan.
This is because of the Armo banquet. We had a themed banquet. It was the 70s theme. We killed it, dude. We had people dressed up. Look at Sean Green, our owner, with that porn stash, man. Girth Brooks. Like, he's so good.
Girth Brooks.
Look like two crazy detectives in Vegas.
No kidding. It is, yeah.
They could have been Beretta's cousin. Trying to find a
Nobody was abducted. Everybody made it home safe. We did okay.
Ben, you still got that shirt? You still got that shirt, Ben?
Oh yeah. My wife's like, "We put it on, please."
There you go.
There you go. I mean, we can look professional too. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got to have a little fun, but you do got to keep business, you know.
Yeah.
Let's not get canceled.
You, yeah, right. As far as SEMA, where's your booth? You in Central?
You're right, dude. I don't have a booth there. I go there as a buyer. Been going there since 2006. I might have missed a couple. I think I've been there about 17, 18 times. I hang out at the Arma booth right there in Restoration, you know, Hall or whatever. It's Central Hall.
Yeah, Central.
It's the best booth literally at the SEMA show. Randall can get cars there, you know, they're restoration cars. That's what Armo does. We share a booth with the Hot Rod Association, the HRIA people. So it's like a shared booth, but the Armo people are way cooler. No offense, HRIA, but we're cool. You know, we have a little more fun, but so we want you guys there, though. I want you to have your 100th episode. Seriously, in that booth, we do it now. We start getting the buzz out there. All the celebrities that are out there will make an appearance on your show.
Yeah.
This is the best spot at the SEMA show. And you guys, Lou, John, you guys got some buzz right now. I mean, it's killer. Y'all are doing the stuff that they're not willing to do. Like, let's do it on our own. I don't want no network telling me what to do.
Yeah.
So let's keep this up, man.
Yeah, for real.
So hey, we're game. We're game. Because I'm driving out, so we'll make it happen.
Dude, we're going to have to treat you like the A-team, man. D.A. Brackus. We're going to drug you and put you on a plane.
I don't mind flying. I don't mind flying at all. I don't have a problem with it. The reason why I stopped flying was because every time I fly, I get blood clots.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We can't do the BA.
So I stopped. That's why I stopped flying.
That's not good.
That's why I did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, this year I got to go to Desert Valley and get a back glass for my '78 Caprice 2-door.
Good luck.
I got it. I already paid for it.
Yeah, they don't reproduce that, dude. They're not.
No, nobody makes it, and I got to take the back glass out, and I didn't want to take it out unless I had a backup.
Yeah, they don't
got that 3-piece glass.
Anyways.
Huh?
You can't check that on an airplane.
That's why I'm driving.
You take any S10? You bring any S10, Lou?
I'm either bringing the S10 or the new Bourbon.
Yeah.
The new Bourbon's a 99 Suburban. It's not a new Bourbon. I call it the new Bourbon because it's the newest one I have. It's the one that I was doing YouTube videos on.
Yeah.
And I was getting the stuff from Rock Auto. So I'm gonna get some more videos done so I can get it on, get it dialed in. And then my plan is to drive it up. Like, I'm gonna put the AC in it. The AC doesn't work, so I got to change a bunch of stuff out, get the AC dialed in. I'll be ready to go because I already got the AC stuff. I already got it.
When was the last time either of y'all been to the SEMA show?
I didn't go last year because of surgery. The year before that was COVID, so 2 years ago. This
2000, 2019 or 2000.
Yeah, 2000 was.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have a feeling this year the 2023 SEMA show is going to be mind blowing. It's going to be the biggest attendance they've had in years. I mean, the numbers are already up. 2022 was killer, and they had last minute people. We're not doing. It's kind of off of that COVID. This year, though, let's make things happen. Seriously, like if we get the buzz out, we know that y'all are going to be there. We get all the logistics. You all got to get camera stuff up there. I mean, let's ship it. Don't try to fly with it. Let's just ship it out there and have it set up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken would quarterback all that because he knows what we need. Because we'd have to bring the box. It's not like this. This works off the software. We do the software too, but since we're in the same room, we got a Rodecaster Pro where we can have 4 microphones that have 4 people on at the same time in the same room without feedback. So that's what we'd have to set up.
Gerbils in a box.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I thought.
And then we run a 3-ring circus from there.
Dude, at Carlisle from 11 to 2 p.m. We set up a petting zoo.
A petting zoo? A petting zoo.
Man, come on.
I know. I mean, dude, you're not in Kentucky, okay?
He is in Kentucky. He's got to get out of Kentucky.
That's what I'm saying. He's not in Kentucky.
I could put a lot of things in that trailer, you know.
He had a 70s themed party. Looked like a 90s themed party. He's got pictures from the 90s. It looks like it's the 70s.
And he's got
Ben's got me fucked up all over the place here.
And they set up a petting zoo.
Ben, wait, background. Let's indoor. Ben, talk about. We were on the phone, and you said something about taking your bicycle and going across country with a bicycle.
Yeah, man.
Are you serious,
dude? I did it twice.
What?
Yeah, like so in Kentucky, we've got these road signs. It's like a 7 and a 6. It's called the Bicentennial Trail. It goes on these BFE roads, man. They're not even county roads, dude. Like, and it's not a straight line across. It's up and zigzag around. I mean,
really?
Oh, great! It was great. Steve Matherly, that dude, great guy. He's got a reggae band now, a DNR, Nourished Roots. You guys got to check them out. They're hot. But we did it twice, man. We did it when we were 19. We're like sitting there I think we were going to college at the time. And it's like, hey, man, those bicycle signs, you know, there's maps you can get. This is before cell phones. So, yeah, we got these maps you could order. Yeah. And they would show you could do different stages. First time we made it from Lexington, you know, to Missouri, hit the Ozarks. Pretty fun. You know, it took us maybe a month. You know, did 1,000 miles or something. Wow. Second time, you know, we graduated college, did some other crazy trips in between, and got hyped, man. We're like, hey, you want to do that bike trip again? No, let's do it, dude. And we got smarter though, dude. The first trip we had like these heavy bikes, big baskets, tents, grill, everything. Like, and we were self-sufficient. Like, you know, you could pull over, set up camp, and you know, we'd be able to cook food, do whatever we had. We could do whatever. Yeah, the bikes are so damn heavy. I remember, I think it was Carbondale, Illinois, is like a little college town.
Yep.
So we end up. You know, that's like the first real town we've hit from Kentucky, and it's been days, weeks. We're like, dude, let's get a hotel room. Yeah, it's a good idea, man. So we get a hotel room. We take the baskets off. We take everything off our bike. You know, we've been riding these bikes for several hundred miles. Yeah. You take all that weight off. You get on the bike and we're like, let's go cruise. We could barely ride these damn things, man. It was like all wobbly, like without that weight on it. Yeah. I fell straight over. Like I got on, I took off, but bam. I was like, man, Carbondale, Illinois is a cool town. People, not just Carbondale, that whole trip. So people know that route with the 76 Bicentennial, they know what you're doing. We got put up in people's houses. Wow. We stayed on people's house boats.
Really?
Stayed in sheriffs. You know, you can stay at the sheriff's station in our yard. We stayed at courthouses. It was killer. I mean, we had ponchos, man. After Carbondale, we gave everything we had to the Goodwill. Just gave it to them. We stripped the baskets off, and Joey, yes, we had goats. Joey loves goats, man. That dude is crazy, dude. But it, you know, like gave it all away, like. And we had basically a backpack taped under our seat. You know, I think we had like a real small tent, and that's it. And one change of clothes, you know, a pair of pants, one shorts, and maybe 2 shirts. And after we dissed everything, we were killing it. We were doing, you know, 200 miles a day, you know, depending. Wow. Missouri has mountains. They're called Ozarks.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
they're little mountains. They're not big.
They're not like I lived in Colorado for a while. They're little mountains, but Colorado has what they call switchbacks, and you
right
go up. Ozarks, it's you go up. Dude,
I didn't know that.
Dude, there's no switchback. Dude, you would hit a hill and be like, "This is gonna take us all day." Dude,
yeah, that's gotta hurt.
Up one freaking hill, crazy.
That's gotta hurt.
It hurt, dude. And you know, we're young and in shape, but I don't think we're that in shape. You know.
Yeah. Well, you were in shape when you got done.
Oh, dude, killed it. Yeah, when we got done, we were in the best shape of our lives. For sure.
I've hitchhiked across the country 3 times.
Dude, it's the best thing ever. How fun did you have, Lou?
I had a blast.
Dude,
I really did. I had a blast. I hitchhiked up to Boston a few times to see my daughter. I did that a couple times. I've hitchhiked this Rhode Island. Yeah, I've hitchhiked all over.
I've never done that. Colorado. All right, so we ended up at one point West Butte, Colorado for a few years snowboarding. It was the best ever. I got a gig cleaning rooms, doing as a housekeeper. For Crested Butte's main hotel on the mountain, and my dad went to school with Boone Barry's dad. Boone Barry was in charge of the hotel, and he's like, "My dad knows your dad. I heard you're okay. We're going to give you our employee housing," which was literally the suite, outside next to the tennis courts, the closest apartment to their main lift. Dude, I was like, I'm in, dude. I got an employee pass. I can snowboard.
Oh my God.
Lou, it was the best time of my life. We did nothing but have so much fun. That winter, that was 94, 95 winter. Crested Butte just beat that record this past year. They had so much snow. Dude, French made, that's me, Joey. You know it. Like, absolutely killed it. I had so much fun. But my buddy who's on here, his wife's parents lived right outside of New Orleans, and they're like, dude, the Jazz Fest 1995 is looking good. It's James Brown, Peter, Paul, and Mary, Mamas and the Papas. I mean, the list is literally like everybody back in 1995 who was anybody was
right.
That. I was like, dude, I'm there. I hitchhiked from Crested Butte, Colorado to New Orleans. So that shirt, that picture, as I was looking all greasy and hippie dad wearing the Indiana soccer shirt, that's the only clothes I had for a week. Dude, I met so many cool people. We ended up at dude, that's it right there. I wish you could see the crayfish in a bowl. I had fried chicken that night.
Yeah, I was stationed in Gulfport. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I love it, dude. So much fun. That was one of the best trips ever. I didn't shower, obviously, for a while. Look at how shiny I was. Look, Mom, you're shiny. I look good.
And you look lit. You look lit.
Oh, I mean, come on, dude. I was like a 20-year-old, probably lit back then, yes.
How did you get to Vegas? What took you from all that to Vegas?
Yeah, really?
The bike trip. So we ended up in Vegas. Dude, we end up in Vegas. We got buddies. I had 2 friends. One was the chef at Wolfgang Puck's big restaurant in Caesar's Palace, Spago.
Yeah.
Well, he was a executive chef or sous chef, I think, Chris Humphrey, who actually works for us here at Camaro Central now. Well, dude, you got to have your network. Dude was killing it. And his other buddy, my friend, Buddy is his name, is Brandon Ginter, but his buddy back then was Emeril Lagasse's chef. So, like, dude, you're talking about VIP. We'd go hang out with these dudes. They would put us up in they called the KT. It's the kitchen table, like this baller table they have set up for, superstars and rock stars to hang out and eat, not get bugged. We'd go there all the time and sit out there at KT, and they just throw food at you. Here's a lobster. I took my dad out there, anybody I could, and like, man, let's go see these guys. We lived out there for about 3 years. But we got an apartment, man. We had that bicycle with that, with that backpack taped underneath the seat.
Yeah.
That's all we had. But we got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. We went to, I think it was Walmart. We got those green plastic chairs. We had 2 green plastic chairs.
You're living.
I remember it, dude. So that's all we had in this nice apartment, man. We make an ash.
You're lucky. I only had 1 green chair.
Well, we weren't that close to friends.
We had pink flamingos.
You've been flocked. Hey, by the time I left Vegas, man, I had a house in what they call Lake Las Vegas, fully furnished. We'd go see the dude, Happy Harry. I gave everything away, though. Like I told you, I left out of there pretty much in a hurry. I gave the kitchen staff at Emerald's everything. And I mean, it was a nice house, man, nice furniture. I gave this dishwasher dude who's super nice. I gave him the bike I rode, everything, man. I was like, dude, I'm out.
Is he still there? Can we go back and get a steak or something or no?
Buddy would know, the chef there. I don't know, man. I keep in touch with Buddy, but not the staff there.
I got my garage over.
Pow! No, I need some Kentucky bourbon, man. That's whiskey.
This shit here is pretty good, actually.
It's real smooth. It really is.
I need it because my coffee here is pretty smooth.
It's really smooth.
Ben, let's get serious for a second. Armo, bring a kid to a car show. Talk to us about it.
That's the only reason I got I got started with Armo was take a kid to a car show. A gentleman, Jim Skelly, was the liaison for the Armo Council with SEMA, worked for SEMA. Dennis Roberts, I think is NPD Year One's guy for a long time and worked at Distinctive Industries. He got me all hyped, man. You got to come and check out Armo. You know, looked at it, and I always was big on there. They had a coloring book back in the day, take a kid car show coloring book. So it's super hype. Got my kids all hype on it when they were super little. I got 3 kids. They're 14, 11, and 8 now. But I was all about it. Unplug. You know, our battle right now is literally battling a cell phone. If you're a parent, you're battling a cell phone. So car shows have things like that. That's an RS, that car right there. Cool things that kids can't really, touch and feel on a cell phone. You go to a car show, the hook is the classic cars.
Mm-hmm.
So you get them instantly. Oh, look! I've never seen that before. They get all hype. So we walk around, and I took my kids to all kinds of car shows. We still do. We did a GM Carlisle this past year, just my family, my wife, and my 3 kids. Had the best time ever. Now look at that, dude. Who married up?
You're lucky dude. You must have more bullshit than a Christmas turkey.
Dude,
he's clearly full of shit married up.
Then you talk the talk. What happened, Ben?
The freaking guy was nothing but a bum. He was just a bum, riding around.
So what can we do to help with the bring the kid to a car show? Because I asked Shorty about it. You saw what Shorty was talking about.
He got super emotional about it. I think the deal is, man, if you're into what we're in, the automotive industry, especially the classic side of it, we have to engage the youth or there isn't going to be any more. I mean,
right.
if you don't introduce a kid to a cool classic car, an Impala, old school Cadillac, GTO, Camaro, Firebird, Chevelle Nova, they'll just skip over it and not know anything about it. You'll have a whole generation that doesn't know anything about it. You're battling, Call of Duty, Fortnite, all these games they're playing. We have to get them out there. So, I mean, I think for Armo, we had this killer program and kind of still do. I think SEMA, like any organization during COVID, went through some cost-cutting measures. And, they took a huge hit in 2020 without having a show, which funds all those programs.
Right.
So now that it's kind of getting back in steam, we need people like you guys, influencers, that can say, hey, man, this is something I can get behind.
We're not influencers. We're not.
People look at you
under the influence, but we're not influenced.
Yeah, exactly.
No, don't lie. No, you too, John, man. People look at you guys like
this is my Falfa hat. This is my John Falfa hat.
Dude,
it's Bob Falfa.
Pulled over by you.
I'm John Falfa. I got the 55 shift. I know, but I'm John. I'm John.
American Graffiti is Bob.
Are you Lou? Are you Lou? I'm John. Lou?
Okay. What's going on? No. Don't play it again. Don't do it.
All right.
Listen, we're coming out to Vegas. He's putting his baseball hat back on. There you go.
America. You know, that's just for Lou.
I got the shirt you sent over. There was one XL. We need 2 XLs. Lou and I are big fat bastards. We're not little.
That's what a gym's for, man. Come on, dude.
I can't get. I couldn't get down to an XL unless I starved and had AIDS.
I can't.
Right,
I can't rock no
you listen
XL.
to somebody you like. I'll send you some 2 XLs.
No, we're gonna come up. We're gonna come up. Bring them to Carlisle. We're gonna. I'm gonna bring you the XLs and you swap them out for a 2X.
I'm in.
And then Bruce is like a 3X. Bruce, chime in. What size do you wear? Because he's coming up. Anybody else coming to Carlisle? Anybody else going to Vegas for SEMA? Guys got to chime in. Let us know. Lou's got yard passes for everybody.
John, just an indicator on what you're saying. So Carlisle show we've been doing for years, 20 years. We're 3 weeks out. We have more pre-solds today than we've ever had. And I got 3 more weeks. People are coming to Carlisle.
Yeah.
People are coming to SEMA. So, I mean, both of y'all really need to look at the Carlisle thing because that's kind of the gateway or stepping stone for the SEMA show that you could really build that momentum up for it. So I'm excited to see you guys up there.
Oh, I'll definitely be there. There's a couple things that I need that I wish they reproduced. One of, I know guys are 3D printing them, is the air conditioning vents for the Impala.
Hard to find.
Yeah, Ken's got a picture. I'm actually going to take, I'm going to take the Firebird, like this 60, I think 8 or 70 Firebird bezel. It's plastic. And shape it to fit the Impala dash.
Send me
the contour is close. I mean, that curve that goes under is real close. The one on the left side for the driver's side is a little different. See that one? I think I can turn it on its side, shape it, and make it fit. I think I can fake that. That the center section event itself is pretty much common. Ben, you probably got that fucking thing sitting somewhere in that warehouse sitting behind you.
Probably. Honestly, we probably do. We got all kinds of odd stuff. We bought a lot of people out over the years, ended up with Impala, GTO. We put it in a box and later. So
the center section, the center vent for the dash goes right under the bezel for an AC car. And it looks similar to the ones, not that one, but the one to the right. It looks similar to the ones that usually are on the Trans Am that shoot you in the balls that go below the column.
The ball.
I think I can fake that into the dash. I got to tell you, guys are asking on eBay for the 2 bezels in the center, $1,200. $1,200. You need to reproduce that shit and put it online.
Joey's talking about fanny packs, man. I just got in 2,000 fanny packs. Dude,
2,000
fanny pack plastic. Hey, Lou, you know you want one. You look so much cooler with a fanny. I mean, have you all heard the fanny pack song?
I didn't know there was a fanny pack song.
Google fanny pack song and play it over this. It goes like dun 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 dun. I walk around town with my fanny pack. It's so good. Like it's so good. He's gonna have it playing here in a second. So
I have not seen it, but I've heard Lou walks around the house with nothing but sneakers on and a fanny pack.
Dude, they talk about that shit. Leave the fanny pack on.
It's okay.
He's gonna have a Camaro Central fanny pack.
Oh yeah, we got a Firebird Central too if you're biased. So
Lou's coming up. Lou's coming up on Thursday, the 20th, to Carlisle. That's the night. Somebody posted earlier on. That's the night of the party you were talking about for Armo. From I think it's 5 to 7 p.m.
Whenever you get there. Oh.
It's a 7-hour drive for me, so I'll leave at like 5 in the morning, so I get there early
2
enough.
o'clock.
Yeah, and we'll be rocking. So I'll go there, and then from there, I'll go to John's. Because you're what, 3 hours away, John?
No, I'm about an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. There you go. Yeah, and then we'll go from there. Because we got to shoot some stuff too. Matter of fact, we got to shoot some stuff for Camaro Central.
Yes, you do it. I love
it.
You
guys are sponsoring us now. We have an obligation to you.
Dude,
we're gonna take care of
it, man. John, you're killing it. I mean, seriously, you guys are doing a good job, man.
I appreciate it, Ben.
I'm hyped to be here. Thank you for having me on the show. Honestly, this is killer. Oh,
we have fun. We laugh and have a good time no matter what. We figured guys are winding down. They're drinking a little bit. It's at the end of the workday. We're just chilling. You know what I mean? Having fun.
Oh man, mental health is serious. Like, people
did you find my K member for a 3rd gen so I could build a tubular one? Slacker.
Man, I got nice ones, but I ain't gonna let you cut them up, dude.
I just want the K member.
I know.
Cut it up.
Destroy that car so I can have this.
I don't want to cut it up.
Bruce, I have a large, Bruce. You're a 4X. That's what I thought. Bruce, he's down 45 pounds, still 4X.
Yeah.
I've got it, man. I've got you all covered. And actually, Lou, we've got some busted, I know I've got a busted GTA in our back 40. I've got a couple of 3rd gens that are probably beyond repairing. If it's good enough to cut out and you really need it, we can do that. So.
Well, I think it unbolts. If I remember, it unbolts. That's why I want one, because I want to build a tubular one. If I have one, I can reverse engineer it, get all my points, change it to a rack.
Well, the next nice day, like tomorrow, if it's supposed to be nice, I'll walk down there. I'll shoot you some pictures, man. And you let me know this is what you really want. We'll take it out and send it. Absolutely. Well,
actually, if you got one, you got one in the shop or something, just put it on the lift. Because all we need is some pictures.
Yeah, all the 3rd gen. Well, yeah, all the 3rd gens I got are nice, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I've got some busted ones. They're not on lifts. They're in weeds. They need to be lifted.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you don't have to go that way. You don't have to go crawling into weeds to take a picture of it. If you got one that you can put on a lift, stick it on the lift, and I mean, it's just going to be the lower control arms and the K member.
All right, no, we can do that.
And then if it's what I think it is, because I'm pretty sure it bolts in. I just don't remember. It's been a long time since I've worked on one.
DSE, Detroit Speed and Engineering makes a whole one for that.
Yeah, I know, but why would I want to use theirs when I know how to weld?
I'm just saying. I mean, we talked to Kyle.
I mean, they make nice shit.
Money. It's expensive. It's expensive.
Kyle Tucker got bought out by Holly. Those Holly guys are pretty nice, man. We talked to Paul and Kyle. Lou needs a little bit of help, and maybe
again.
Not related. Then they're not related. You can't.
I still would rather build one for myself.
Let's get you some pictures and some drawings, and you can do it. Yes.
Yeah, Chris was saying that Hubbard's has the Impala parts. I got you, but if they go from anywhere from $450 to $1,200, which I think is crazy. It needs to be reproduced. The vents.
Yeah.
So Vintage Air makes it, but they make it so it goes underneath and it looks like it's aftermarket, which I get it. But the thing is, I'm covering
a 70 truck.
I didn't even look.
The 70 trucks have the round balls like those in the Impala, but I don't remember the mount. It goes in the corner, and the dash does have a bend in it, so that it's already pre-cut for that. You might want to look at a 70 truck.
When I was at Fall Carlisle, is where I was walking past one of the Firebird vendors, and they had the entire bezel with the ball. Of course, I didn't need the ball because it is universal. But the bezel, I told the guy they're slightly different, a left and a right. I said, give them to me because I can heat it and move it because it's plastic. It's not like it's cast. And he looked at me like I was like, for $30 or $40. I think the one on the right side is an easy fix. That one that Ken showed a second ago, that one's a little more difficult because it wraps around a corner and it's got to look right when you step into the car. I could fake it, but I don't want people to go, of course, I'm wrapping my dash in fur.
It looks like a 69 Chevelle to me. So you might want to look at a 69 Chevelle. They make them in chrome and black. That's what that looks like it would fit. So we have those readily available if you need them. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to probably put a heat gun to one, wrap it around the corner, make the thing look great. I'm going to post it on the Impala page on Facebook and go, ta-da, piss a lot of people off that are asking $1,200 for the same shit. And then somebody else, like they did last time with the Lincoln, I was making shit up for the Lincoln, the 62 Lincoln I had, and guys were tweaking it and putting posts up like they thought of it and made it. I actually got messages about, I converted over the wipers. right?
Yeah.
The wipers were vacuum, then they were fluid, and I put a Jeep wiper motor in my 62 Lincoln. So I got it to fit, did a little, and I posted a little bit about it. I had a guy reach out to me, go, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? What was this? What's the part number? But next thing I know, the next day, he's putting this whole big post up.
Yep.
Look what I thought and look what I did. I'm like, what a dick.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, I get it, but there was no thanks to John of the half-hour conversation of this is how you do it. Yeah. He was acting like, look what I invented. I'm like, whatever, dude. But I know the Impala people are going to do the same shit. They're going to go, oh, but you know what? I'd like to help people out because everybody's putting, air conditioning in their car.
That's why we shoot a video of it. We just shoot a video of it and give all the part numbers away. And
3D print.
They got to watch the show to learn more information.
I'm telling you, you know what? We could do it. That is a good one. That would be a good video on how to make that work.
Yeah, because I mean that's what you do, and it's good. People are gonna because we could put it online. We could do the stand up, set it all up, and then drive people to it. That's what I mean. That's the whole point that I did for Garage Insider TV. That's the point of it.
Dude, I think
they have the part numbers, everything.
I sent paper mache earlier. I really was like paper mache. You all missed out on arts and crafts.
What you could do is you could take the paper mache and make a buck out of it, and then fiberglass it, and then it's already good to go. Because you use the paper mache as your buck, then glass it. You could put some mold releasing agent on it, and then it pops out. And then you can put the ball in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Ken's telling us we got to go. That's what Ken's doing.
It's 1:06. There was something else I wanted to ask you. Hold on for a second. The orgy mats. Oh, we didn't talk about the orgy mats.
Oh my God! Did you get the picture of Randall? Did Randall send you a picture of that?
Before Randall was now, which is our main carpet supplier, killing it for us. Before that, he worked for a company, Dorset Carpet, and they brought us a bunch of boxes that said orgy mat. Like it's supposed to be like an original mat, but they just shortened it down. And so I had a warehouse, a pallet rack full that said orgy mats. Like you're walking, my wife and I were like, "What are you selling?" Like, never mind. That's Randall Bates. No, I'm just playing. Randall, his company went for the generic. Let's go shorten it down, and they ended up with the orgy mats. So,
oh my God,
we sold that.
When we were talking to Randall, the funny thing he said, which came out of nowhere, he said one of his customers sent him a video, a porn video, where a chick was bent over,
bent over the box. Did he send you the picture?
No, but it had their name clear as day. Boom, in the video.
You
Can you imagine?
You couldn't ask for better advertising.
No,
it's probably like 3 million hits. Amazing.
It's the automotive industry. It's the best industry.
Put me down for 3 orgy mats.
Save your knees for when you're older.
Joey,
somebody had to be laughing when they printed those boxes out. Going, watch this.
Somebody was.
I'm sure it's some CEO or somebody, up high that is like, no, this looks good. Like, just made a bad choice, man.
God.
No, but we're going to come out. We're coming out to SEMA because it's been a couple of years. There's no reason, unless something crazy happens between now and then. We're going to be there. We got to get Ken out there. We got to get some equipment out. So we got to get a couple sponsors to pick up the travel costs to get out there and do our thing. Of course, we can take care of it behind it, as far as the banners and coming on and promoting. But we definitely could have the celebrities come through, the people that are signing, that are on the show. I mean, we got some heavies coming up in April and May.
Big time, dude. I'm telling my kid I'm on the same show as Goldberg. Like, no,
that should be a good show.
And you know what? Bill uses a fanny pack.
Dude, he gets like, I don't even think my fanny pack would fit him.
He is a big dude.
He's a big dude. Maybe wrap his arm. Like, geez, oh Pete.
I've seen him out at SEMA a couple times, and I got to tell you, I actually saw him at Barrett Jackson, him and his wife. I was talking to his wife a little bit. And he's about my size. He's 260, 270, 6'2", 6'3". He's a big dude. But every time I see Bill, and I'm going to bring this up when he's on the show, he always looks up at me as if he heard the bell ring, it's round 11, and I didn't hear shit, and we're going at it. He always has this.
Get ready.
It's on. And I'm like, what the? He scares the fuck out of me for like 2 seconds before I realize, he's not for real. But he is an intimidating guy. But he wears his cowboy boots and he stomps his feet coming towards me. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the? I talked to Matt D'Andrea about it. Matt says, that's what he does. That's the way Bill is. And I'm like, listen, man, I was ready to start swinging because he looks like he's coming at me, But he had a badass Cuda. He had a badass Cuda convertible with a Hemi, all triple black with a roll cage in it at Barrett Jackson. It went for like 110, which was cheap. Back then, it was. This was probably 8 years ago. Now that car is probably 250. Easy. I mean, it was badass, and he was selling it. But just the same thing. I mean, it was just
Bill's
one of those things.
The lawman car. He's got there was 2 of them, and he's got one of them. One of them got wrecked being taken off a ship. Have you ever heard of that one? There was
No.
We'll get him to tell it, but basically what it was there was some guy who was a drag racer, and he convinced the military to let him take a couple of the drag cars over to Vietnam, and they'd go to airstrips, and they let the GIs run up and down the airstrip in these cars. They were like pro stock cars, I think one was a straight axle car. I think the one Bill's got is a straight axle car, but there were 2 of them, and that's what they would do because they were the whole thing was these cars have gotten faster since these guys went to Vietnam because of the muscle car age. So we need to make sure that they know how to drive. So they would bring these cars to Vietnam. They made like 2 or 3 trips with them, and they're the only race cars to ever have their picture at the Marine Corps Memorial.
That's cool.
In Washington, D.C. Like they lined them up and they took pictures. They got permission from the Marine Corps to do it. Bill, it's crazy. But they were taking one off of one of the cargo ships and the cable snapped and it fell to the pier and got destroyed. Bill got the other one.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because I remember when he got it because I was doing muscle car at the time and and that's where I met him. And we were talking and he goes, I might be getting a lawman. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Because I knew exactly what he was talking about. And he's like, yeah, man, I might be getting it. And it was going across the blocks and he got it. I believe he still has it. Because Bill's a big military guy.
He built a badass garage.
He's a big military guy.
You follow up on Instagram, don't you, Lou?
I just call him if I want to talk to him.
No, but I mean, he has pictures. He just built a kick-ass garage.
I knew that. I do follow him, but yeah, he's got some cool shit. He is a legitimate car guy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I keep saying I'm going to shave my shit down for that show with him, so it's 3 bald guys. And I keep telling Lou, this way when we go to Texas, because we keep planning a trip to Texas, maybe at the end of next month, I don't know. But when we're beating the fuck out of Goldberg, because somebody just posted Beetle.
Wrong words.
Listen. People won't know who's winning because one of the bald guys was beating the shit out of the other 2. So when we come back on the show, we go, "Yeah, that was me." Luke can say that's him. I'm not taking the fucking beating. That's simple. You know what I mean? So. Fuck it.
Bill already knows I can kick his ass, so it's okay.
Yeah. I watched one of those wrestling shows. They said Goldberg was not one to fuck with because he would actually hurt you. There was 2 people. Andre the Giant would fuck you up. Goldberg would hurt you.
Yeah. Well, so when I met Goldberg, Ben, we were doing muscle car, and I came out of the shop, and there was this guy there, and he didn't have a huge collection, but all of his stuff was really relevant. Like the Yanko 68 Nova, the the ZL1 Camaro with there's only 2 with vinyl tops, like really crazy shit like that. But so I come out and Bill's talking to the owner of the car. I said, man, this car's fucked up. I'd cut it up. I'd do this. I'd do that. And Bill goes, if you would have cut this car up, I'd beat your ass. So you know how in wrestling when they stomp, they hit you in the chest. So I stomp and hit him in the chest. I got you shit, man. I watch wrestling. He grabs me and puts me in a sleeper hold. So I started doing the Hulk Hogan thing. Shaking it. Let me out. He's like, you're a fucking mess.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck with Goldberg to no end. He won't know what's happening. And if you haven't seen it, there's a radio disc jockey that called him up and harassed the shit out of him, saying he signed his kid's head with a marker. He says, I'm coming after you, Goldberg. He says, my boy can't think straight anymore. He can't remember. And Bill's like, oh yeah. He goes, I'm coming down there to kick your ass. He goes, you and what army? Bill was sunk. This guy was fucking with him to no end.
Dude,
I can't wait to bring that shit up.
He can turn that wrestling thing on and off like a light switch.
Oh, when he comes towards me.
Wrestling speak thing that they do. Yeah. He can turn
I'm telling you, it's a weird thing because he did the same shit at Barrett Jackson. He did it at SEMA. And I'm like, I don't know Bill. I mean, you know Bill. But he must think to himself, I know this guy. We're the same size. I'm like, I don't fucking know you. Stop. Yeah. Something, right? Before we go, it reminds me of Barrett Jackson when you're talking about the Yanko. I met Reggie Jackson at Barrett Jackson. He had a Yanko Camaro for sale. And I hate to say this, that dude was the biggest
He's an asshole.
Total dick.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was so shocked going, this guy's a jerk off.
He is.
And he's a car guy.
Yeah.
Now, his Camaro may have gone across the block at like half of what he was thinking. But when you open up the hood, he had a brand new interstate battery tied to this thing. Not even. And I just went, what the? Like, take the time to do it right. At least put the cover on it, do something instead of interstate that looked like it wasn't even tied down. It was floating. But he was a total jerk off.
He's a jackass. I met him. I met him twice, and he told me I didn't meet him one time. I was like, whatever, dude. Yeah, I said, I've met you before. I was polite. So you didn't meet me. I'm like, well,
he's pissed off at the world.
Like, yeah, whatever.
I hate to leave on a bad note. But
he's an ass. And I don't give a fuck. He's an ass.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since, or I haven't noticed him. Huh?
Let's not be an ass to people. Let's be nice, man.
Exactly. There's no reason to be a jackass to people.
No.
There's no. I mean, my whole philosophy when I was on TV was, if you're gonna waste a half hour of your life watching me be an idiot on TV, I can give you 10 minutes. You know what I mean? That's just how I've always treated it. I've always treated it that. And if it turns into an hour conversation, that's fine too. But I'm going to acknowledge you. If you come to me and start talking, I'm not going to be an ass to you because there's just no reason to.
Everybody loves Lou. I've been at SEMA with Lou. Everybody loves Lou. Let me show you. They can't wait to talk to Lou. It's pretty crazy.
And I mean, and I don't sign a lot of autographs, but I've helped a ton of people with their cars.
Yeah.
I've been to shows.
Lou,
I've been to shows where I was like in West Virginia. I did a demonstration on how to narrow a 9-inch Ford, and I told the people that put on the show, I said, you need to find me someone who needs a narrowed rear end. It doesn't matter how much, but you need to find. And I narrowed a guy's rear end for him. He took it all apart, cleaned it all up, had it at the show. I did it for him. And at that same show, there was a guy in the audience, and he came up to me after the show, and he said, where did you get your fixture from? I said, man, it's homemade. And he goes, do you mind if I measure up the pucks? I said, dude, just take the whole fucking thing. Just bring it back to me tomorrow. And he did. Come to find out, the guy owned a CNC shop, and he stayed up all night programming the machine and making the damn pucks, and he knew what size bar to get, and he did it.
He brought it back. I'll help you out.
We got a comment from Lisa. Is Lisa a real chick or is that a dude posing at his chick? Lisa, prove you're a chick. We're old school. You got to prove it. We're not going to. Kat was on here too. You know, I thought of Kat for her to do the news. Kat would be great at doing the news at the end.
Kat would be good at doing the news.
I agree with that, dude. She killed it on your show, man.
Ask her. All we gotta do is ask her.
Tell her come on for a couple and try it out, see if people like it.
Yeah, we can put Randall in a bikini and have him do the news.
Randall, me, she says. Look, you got to follow her. She's a ball of fire. You got to follow her. She's coming through on Facebook too. A lot of YouTubers listen to you. All the last 10 comments up here are YouTubers.
Yeah.
So that's good.
All right. Well, look, Ken wants to get out of here, so let's get out of here. We're 20 over. All right.
Yeah.
Shut us down.
All right.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks.
Thanks, Ben. Man. Appreciate it.
Talk to you in a little bit.
All right, dude.
You can let me run. Money's on the dresser, Lou. Money's on the dresser.
All right, guys. We got some good stuff lined up. I'm not going to tell you because we already told everybody. Just remember, keep it between the lines. Later.